Yet another version of one of the most famous characters of Marvel is coming to Disney+. Of course, we're talking about Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, who'll be joined by Daredevil and Doctor Strange as he navigates through the life of becoming the superhero we know him to be. However, the range of villains, both iconic and his alone, will also be present, all of who could eventually become an MCU canon. Along with a plethora of movies and TV shows that were revealed at the latest San Diego Comic-Con, we also got the news about the latest animated series that will come to the Disney Plus streaming platform, Spider-Man Freshman Year, which will feature the iconic web-slinger Peter Parker, sadly not the one we've known for the last couple of years, but that's okay, all thanks to the multiverse, and we'll tell you a bit further down the line as to why we think a new Spider-Man version is totally alright moving forward. One of the debates regarding the animated series is whether the series will be canon to the wider MCU or not, and we're still not quite sure how to feel about it. But we might have something on our hands that should cheer you up. The series itself will be a unique take on one of Marvel's most famous characters to date, with some surprising connections to the MCU about which we're gonna talk later. Seen as Marvel's flagship characters by many, with decades of comic books capturing the imaginations of readers and inspiring numerous adaptations to film, the Marvel Cinematic Universe introduced Tom Holland's version of the Spider-Man, who made his debut way back in Captain America: Civil War. With his origin story not fully detailed, and it appears that this Marvel Studios animated series will take a deeper dive into the story that has been skipped so far, with the series itself exploring Spidey's origin and events that occurred before his appearance in the MCU. The presentation of the series at the San Diego Comic-Con revealed numerous details about the series, including the premise, the cast, and the release date as well. Although heavily inspired by the MCU, Freshman Year will feature a different version of the character that will tell a story of the Peter Parker we know just through a different iteration of the character, who together with Tom Holland's take on the character sees many parallels between the two. It's clear by now that Tom Holland's character will appear in the series, but will not be voiced by him, with rumors suggesting that Hudson Thames will be the one to voice the character, someone who has had his fair share of voicing the character in Marvel's What If series. The series' release date is still a quite long way away from hitting the streaming platform, with an encouraging announcement regarding the series pointing out that it'll be the year 2024 when we're going to see the premiere of the animated series, with the project itself already confirmed to have a second season as well. Nevertheless, even though the series will need another 2 years to be made, we think we'll be saying for everyone here that we're glad that we're getting yet another take on the character who we all like and love. Footage of sorts was not screened for the audiences of the Marvel Animations panel, nor was any trailer released online. However, the world was given a good look at the series, as there was a hefty amount of stills and concept art from the Freshman Year that has been shown to the world. The short clips, art style-wise, seems to be taking heavy inspiration from the original Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man comics from the 1960s, with the clips themselves showcasing some character designs, including friends and foes of Peter Parker, as well as various suits that Spider-Man will wear throughout the series. Since the project is still in early development, there are not many details known about the series. However, we still have some confirmed crew members who will be working behind the scenes in the making of the series, and the list includes Kevin Feige, who will serve as the producer of the series. Of course, seeing how Marvel Studios are behind the entire project, and joining him is Jeff Trammell, who will serve as the head writer of the series, and if you're not familiar with him, you should definitely check his works that include the recent animated gems like The Owl House, Amphibia, and Craig of the Creek.
Different story, right? Because that's on you. And if you died, I feel like that's on me.
Details about the story of the series are scarce. However, a short synopsis was given to us that said, and we quote, "Spider-Man Freshman Year will explore Peter Parker's evolution in becoming Spider-Man, but in a different part of the multiverse. This means that Peter Parker will be surrounded by characters he didn't interact with in the live-action trilogy, including numerous famed Spider-Man comic characters. There are conflicting reports as to why Tom Holland will not be returning to voice the Spider-Man in the series, and while there hasn't been a hard confirmation as to why that is, it seems likely that it'll indeed be Hudson Thames who'll return to voice the character. Other confirmed actors who will lend their voice in the series include Charlie Cox, who will be the voice character of Daredevil in the series, who will also get a brand new suit in black with red outlines, and joining him is comedian Paul F. Tompkins, who will voice Bentley Whitman, a character from the comics, a mad scientist who eventually becomes the Fantastic Four villain, the Wizard. And strangely enough, this is as far as it goes when it comes to actors who have been confirmed for the series. One character for whom we've not heard much, despite being part of Peter Parker's team, is Doctor Strange, who in addition to Daredevil will be there to help Parker along the way. Outside of Aunt May, who's a staple when it comes to a Spider-Man project, the series will also include the likes of Peter's historic best friend Harry Osborn, future Smart Hulk Amadeus Cho, as well as the character Nico Minoru from the planned Runaway series that got scraped. One of the most interesting things regarding the series is the plethora of villains that Peter will face along the way, a range of foes from deep cuts to iconic characters. The villains we're talking about include the likes of Unicorn, Scorpion, Tarantula, Otto Octavius, the Rhinos, and Chameleon. One particularly infamous villain seems to be missing from the list, right?
Gods don't have to choose. We take.
May. Run.
Well, you're right, but he'll surely not miss the entire thing as Norman Osborn, who will also serve as Peter Parker's mentor in a project, who will supposedly later turn to the dark side and become a villain, possibly donning the famous Green Goblin persona. And the last villain we know about who will appear in the series is the previously mentioned Bentley Whitman. When asked as to how the series will connect to the other projects from Marvel Studios outside of his origin story being told, head of streaming Brad Winderbaum confirmed that Spider-Man freshman year will not take place on Earth 616, which was smart, not giving away anything. On the other hand, however, seeing how we're in the thick of things with the multiverse wide open, we wouldn't be surprised if the animated series is in fact canon, or to the extent of the What If series is at the moment, with some characters and story arcs from the series jumping over to the MCU. Something we think could happen with the series is Peter Parker with him joining the wider MCU, along with some of his iconic villains who have yet to make their debut in the MCU. The events of the Loki Disney Plus series had a domino effect in the MCU and allowed other events such as the ones in Spider-Man No Way Home to happen, which simply explains that if Marvel ever decides and see an option to bring anything from the animated series in the MCU, they'll do it gracefully.
Happy, are you okay?
Yeah, we're okay. Just go get back.
Edith, target Spider-Man.
Copy.
On a related note, tell us down in the comments below what are your thoughts on the series, the characters, and the villains alike. And now that you've heard what we had to say about the series, do you think it'll be an MCU canon, or will it exist in a completely different universe that is just in some way connected to the wider MCU regarding MCU Peter Parker's origins and whatnot? But also don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.